Here is another video in our series for building stairs over a concrete step or concrete steps. And in this video, I don't know if they were a viewer, but I got an email asking a question about whether or not it would be a good idea to use some type of boards to kind of build up an area and then build up another area to create a stairway with a smaller riser. And keep in mind that these are only video suggestions. You might need to check with local building authorities to verify whether or not the information in this video will work in your area. And don't forget that your stair steps might be wider, taller, or shorter, but I think you'll be able to use the information in this video to figure out what you need to do. So let's go ahead and lay some boards down. I'm kind of working with some 2x12s here, 1.5 inches by 11.5, and they're about 3 foot long. And since I was dealing with two 8-inch risers, I would simply divide the number 3 into 16 to figure out the riser heights we're going to need for 2 steps instead of 1 step. And that measurement is going to be 5.33 inches, or about 5 1/16 of an inch. And you can create the riser heights by using construction standard lumber, pressure treated lumber, or even shaped lumber. Now here I have OSB, and that might not work, but we're going to need different heights for the 2 different steps. And that can be done by shaping a variety of different materials, including larger boards or solid lumber if that will work for your project also. And I think the biggest problem with something like this will be to prevent these boards from moving. And you might be able to use stakes that are driven into the ground and then firmly attached to these boards to prevent them from moving. Or you could use a variety of different types of building hardware. And with some of this hardware, you might need to use some type of a drill along with framing, anchor, bolts, or some type of an epoxy and bolt setup to connect the building hardware to the concrete. And if you want to make smaller risers, you can always add another step. And if you remember, we were working with 16 inches in overall rise. So that will allow us to create 4 4-inch risers. And in this example, I am using 2-inch thick lumber. And you might need to contact your local lumber yard to figure out if they can help you with that lumber. If not, feel free to use the shaped lumber that we talked about in the previous examples. And you can always use pressure-treated lumber under construction standard lumber if that will work for you. And if you're looking for another way to anchor this securely to the concrete, then you can always use some type of framing anchors or epoxy setup to create a situation to where you can bolt everything safely to the concrete. And don't forget that you might be able to rent some of this equipment at your local rental yards, along with doing yourself a favor if you don't know how to use the equipment and actually ask how to use it. And if you're not sure, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to ask anyway. Now, another thing you might need to do will be to countersink the bolts, if this is going to work for you. If not, then the bolt sticking up above these boards here will need to have some type of notch or materials removed from the boards that will be fastened to them. And another thing that might work better will be to use longer anchor bolts and have the anchor bolts go through all of the boards, and then make sure that they are countersunk and below the top of the step to prevent people from tripping. And you might even consider filling these holes with some type of material. However, that might not hold up real good because wood expands and contracts, and the material over time could actually fall out. Bringing us back to this method here, where we will be countersinking some holes underneath the boards above so that they will slide over the anchor bolts. And then, of course, you can use screws or nails to firmly attach those boards to the other boards. So not a bad idea here. I am worried about moisture that will eventually get into the cracks or the gaps. And keep in mind that if you live in an area where it snows and you have freezing temperatures, then you might want to scrap this idea altogether, remove the concrete step, and then rebuild it either with concrete or with wood. So hopefully not too difficult there. And of course, after you add this board here, you would be done with this particular stairway. And something else that might work better for you will be to change the direction of the boards that are going to connect to the concrete. And don't forget to leave some type of a gap back here to allow water to drain out of this area instead of getting trapped if we run these boards tight up against the concrete. However, keep in mind that something like this could actually accumulate water and ice if you live in those areas and create a problem, which of course would prevent you from building a stairway like this. So again, you can see here where we'll attach the tops of the steps to the lumber that will be firmly connected to the concrete to finish this stairway. And of course, another thing that you might need to install here will be a grippable handrail. And if you need a video for that, feel free to let me know in the comment area and I will try to make one. And that would include a grippable handrail for a ramp if you decided to build one. So don't rule this idea out if you're having a difficult time walking up the stairs. And I know this ramp looks a little long, but this is actually what you would need to be to meet the building codes required by the American Disabilities Act. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a little bit of it apart. We're going to firmly anchor some blocks to the concrete and then run some nails or screws through our rip-stripped or shaped lumber into the other blocks to firmly anchor these to the ground. And you could always use some type of a sealant under this if you wanted to, because the ends of the boards will not be anchored securely, and that could be a problem. And then we could have some type of a setup like this with some blocks there and of course some blocks at the top, and then install your sheathing over that and then hope for the best. So again, with this design right here, I'd be concerned about this area here underneath the shaped lumber because we really don't have anything holding this down. And it will also be difficult to nail the sheathing to these thin strips also. And if this part of the shaped lumber warped, it could actually raise the front of the ramp. And again, do not forget that these are only suggested methods of construction and that you might be able to use a combination of all of the things mentioned in this video to build a better set of stairs or a stronger ramp.